good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. I am the host, AD Walker, the Pusher, the Roar, the Motivator. So I appreciate you guys for rocking with us this morning. Appreciate you. Lisa, blessings. Thank you for sharing. Always good to see you, my friend. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being a part of all that we do. Just a quick technical note. I know most people won't see this part, which is fine. Others that grace us early will. Hey, good morning, Cheryl. Happy Monday to you, my friend. My charger that goes to the computer that you're watching me on is not in the same space. So my batteries sometimes get funky and my computer says, I need the power cord. All right, bye-bye. And it'll just cut off. So I got the phone on standby. The show will continue. It's just going to look a little different. So just a quick programming note, and that's for my brother Kadeem. He's hanging in the wings right now. Make sure I let my pastor know and other folks that might roll in through. Just keep the conversation rolling until I come on back. All right. So listen, we're going to have a great conversation today. I had a great weekend. Went to a great event, men's event. It was very empowering, very inspiring, action oriented, but it also made me feel good because some of the things that they were talking about and pushing to be a part of, I have, which is a great village and connections of like-minded brothers that's growing steadily. And it's exciting that I'm in a better place as far as friends and connections that I've ever been in, my whole life, my whole entire life. So it was really good. And it kind of just confirmed some things as well as I learned some stuff. Had them ouch moments. I was like, I thought I was good. That's where you're failing, buddy. That's where you're failing. So it was good. I learned. I got hurt, but it's good. So today we want to talk about what does building together look like? What does building together look like? What does it really look like? How do we grow as a people together? How do we grow as a people together? And try to get on the same page. You might be at the top of the page. I might be at the bottom of the page, but we're on the same page. You understand what I'm saying? We're writing a story. We're going at least in the same direction, and we're pushing each other to become greater, to become better. And that's the goal. That's the goal. All right. So as always, with that intro, listen, I need you to share. Sharing is caring. I need you to let somebody know that the brothers are in the building, and we're going to be doing some amazing things this morning, this morning. And if you're not part of our text community, text LWN to 84576. Text LWN to 84576. Never miss a broadcast. Never miss an episode. Always know what the brothers are doing. And probably next week, we're going to be discussing some initiatives that the brothers are pushing forward or for, and how you can help make that happen. All right. So without further ado, it is now 12 minutes after the hour. Sound like the radio, right? 12 minutes after the hour. We're gonna kick it off right now and get this conversation started. All right. Be right back. This is your chance. This is your chance. Your chance. Your opportunity to share and let the world know that the brothers are on.
I want to welcome you to the Brothers of Legacy broadcast, where we are changing our community one conversation at a time, every day.
We are creating a new legacy.
Change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come.
A co-op has to start with ownership. Right. We have a mindset of either I want to make a lot of money or survive. Make a bunch of money or I got to figure out how to survive.
When you have a real bond, when everyone has, we come in with real expectations. Mm-hmm. Because this is covenant.
The whole point is this, that we as a people, with our money and time, aren't often making this just possible, often vested in the business.
You're watching the Brothers of Legacy. We don't stand out. We stand up.
Spliggity splow. Good morning.
Whoa, what is the word, my brother?
The word today.
Monday.
Magnificent. Yes, indeed.
It's Mo Better Monday.
The Mo Better makes it more better.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. All right. Let's see.
Oh, yeah, man. How is everybody in BOL land doing? I want y'all to comment, put something on the screen for me, brother AD.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And again, make sure you share. Let everybody know how you're doing, how you're feeling. And I appreciate you guys, as always, for being here, because you could be anywhere. There's a plethora of things on Netflix happening. And
hey, we want short from the Three Amigos.
He said, "Oh, yeah, I think he might be coming through a little later. And we might have a fourth amigo coming through as well."
Okay.
Right? Yes, indeed. So today, we're discussing. Where's it at? There we go. What does building together look like?
What does it look like?
Building together look like?
Well, I'm going to ask you this question. When you came up with that topic, what was exactly on your mind, my brother?
Okay, so like I said, I was at the conference, the men's conference this Saturday. It was great. I know next year I want to bring more of my brothers with me because it was really informative, yet really building and encouraging. And like I said, doing great. Awesome. Lisa says, doing great. Awesome.
Yes,
awesome.
That's what I'm talking about, Lisa.
So it was great to see everybody coming. It's a big name. He put the call out to come to the conference, and everybody was there, and it was exciting to see all on one accord, and exciting to see us together. And some of the things he discussed, as far as being focused as a man, whereas whatever the plan is, we need to stay focused and not get distracted. And some of the the men things that get us distracted, his one of his right hand man, when he joined, like they were small, they weren't big yet, they weren't known. And the first thing he told him, he said, if you're gonna be a part, if you're gonna be my CEO of the company, he said, you gotta stop having sex. And what he meant by that was, he was a single guy. He was like, so you can't be distracted. You have to be focused. And a lot of times when it comes to us building together, it seems like we always, or history says, we always get off course. You look at the groups, the Five Heartbeats. I know they're not a real group. The Temptations, but you look at groups and it's always something that distracts. What's up, Kathy? She said, we are the people Monday. There you go.
Tell them, Kathy.
So I begin to think about what are some of the issues that happen when it comes to building together. What happens, because you always start off great. You come into a space, yeah, this is what we want to attack. But along the way, distraction happens, personal agendas happen. And I know sometimes even when, like, if we're working together, finance can change a focus. Especially financial trouble, brother, I don't know if I can still stay here at what I'm getting, because it's getting tight. I need more, and so I think that building together, to me, takes transparency, constant communication, and just being authentic. So being clear about who you are, talking your feelings out, because you have moments, like me and Kadeem hanging out. If I go to his crib, I move something or I damage something, even if it was like a $5 damage. Sometimes it's the reaction. Like, oh man, that was nothing but a mug, and you thinking, man, that was my favorite mug. Like
my mama gave me that mug.
Oh gosh. Oh, so there is no replacing that. There is zero replacing that. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's like, and Pastor come on, you like the small foxes spoil the vine. It's those small things though. It's like in the back of your head now, like, all right, strike one.
You do one more thing.
One more thing. Right. And it can hurt. Or even like what's worse, I'm at your crib and I damage something of your wife's.
Oh, that's actually happened before.
Why? Right.
And the wife was crying too.
Oh gosh.
Yes, sir.
Wait, hold on. So right then when the thing got damaged, so the person who did it saw it, or was it after?
Bro, I'm gonna give you the whole story.
All right, let's go. Story time.
Hey,
I'm gonna start having you a segue. Kadeem story time.
The wife had a picture that her mama had that was from California. Well, I'm sorry, it was a frame of mirrors that had some pictures in it.
Okay.
And she shipped it from California when her mama passed away.
Okay.
So her mama passed away, and this is like sentimental memento, blah blah.
Hey.
But my daughter and the kids came down. Now you have to know my daughter, right? My daughter has, at this point in time, had 4 children.
Okay.
Right.
That's clarity.
So she married, husband, 4 kids, this, that, and third.
Right.
So my daughter, if you knew her, you would know that as a parent, she is lazy by nature, right? So she's not gonna go chase these babies. She's not gonna watch them. She tells my husband, go get the kids, watch the kids. What you doing outside? Why you not watching the kids? While she on her phone, just
doing
in a comfortable position,
right,
not watching these babies.
I got you.
So Halo, my grandson, Halo, he goes into my other kid's room, and he got crayons, Crayolas, this, that, and third. So he started writing on the wall with crayons and Crayola, and just kept on going and wrote on my wife's mirror from her mama and this, that, and the third, and this, that. And the wife went in there because they had started fighting the kids.
Okay.
And she went there, she saw it, and she just bust out crying and just walked out. Left the kids, and then I just bust out. So I'm chasing my wife to the bedroom.
Right.
Figure out what's going on.
Right.
Yeah, my mama, I mean, it was just, you couldn't even really understand what she was saying, right?
Wow.
So I'm looking at my daughter like,
right.
Well, it was an accident. I said, first of all, get your kids. I mean, I know they my grandkids. Get your kids.
Get your kids, right?
Yeah, she tried to leave it all up to her husband, but she was like, it wasn't repairable. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think like, oh, crayons, but if it's a porous material, it's irreparable.
Right.
So the wife was just sick about that. So she was like, she's ready for them to go like right there.
Right there. Right. That's it.
I know we ain't got to Thanksgiving yet, but I really want them to go home. They need to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? But she sucked it up, man. But when they left, boy, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. It's pretty bad. So that's the story of
Wow. Wow. Let me get Pastor in the building. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, good sir. How are you, my brother?
Oh, we got you muted. You're muted. We can't hear you. There we go.
Happy Monday.
Yes,
indeed.
sir. Happy Monday.
Yes.
It's Making Moves Monday.
I ain't gonna make too many moves today, man.
All right. Hey, when I left, you looked like you was ready to just slow it down and lay down.
Yeah. Get a long weekend.
Yes, indeed. Let's see. Aunt Sam says,
"Oh, okay,
good morning, brothers. For me, it's being on the same page, being able to agree to disagree, being honest. We all have passion for what we do, doing things that will enhance what our mission is." Yeah, indeed.
All right.
But it's those moments. So, like, say, God forbid, it was, well, my kids, they did it, and every time we come hang and me and you discuss the mission, my kids come over, mess something up. It's like, it may dent our relationship a little bit, It's like, well, brother, next time we're gonna just meet at Waffle House. I love you.
I can't afford to discuss this nowhere else. Outside. I can't afford it.
Outside. Because we ain't gonna never get nothing done. You coming over with them kids. They're just gonna tear stuff up. But it's it's those small things. You understand what I'm saying? I think snap. All the way from Florida.
Uh-oh.
The hottest state I've ever been in. Mr. Reparations.
Oh, and he got the hoodie up top. Oh, my goodness. You thugging this morning, ain't you, bro?
What's going on, fellas?
You got it,
bro. So yeah, like it's sometimes I think it's the small things that chip away from the mission. And that's kind of like what I want to talk about. Like, how do you deal with these small things that can chip away from the mission? Because, like I said, you always start off good. Like, historically, we watched different groups break up for the silliest things. When you drill down to it, you're like, that's why you're beefing? Like, that's why you're not making millions anymore? It's always like the small things. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sam says, oh, full house today. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
So
what up, Sam?
So yeah, definitely. Like, do you feel like, is that one of the reasons we can't, that we struggle to build together, the small things, or do you think it's bigger than that?
It's like it's both sides of the coin, though, AD.
All right.
And I know people ain't gonna feel me on this, but I'm saying,
I love it.
Let me first say that yes, things are better when we address things.
Right.
You feel me? Yeah. There's some small details that it might make us uncomfortable. We might need to work that out. Me and Kaneem on the house together, and it's something about checkerboard tile. It just reminds me of the time I got jumped in the 5th grade. I don't know. And every time I see it, it just make me go crazy.
Okay.
But it's the cheapest tile out there. He just want to get it so we can save a little cost or whatever.
Right. Right.
So yeah, maybe I should mention that. But I think, and no, you ain't gonna feel me, but the art of holding your peace it's a lost art. You feel me? Mm-hmm. There are some things that are small, minute,
right,
insignificant to the big picture. What matters to you matters to you. But there are some things that are a small thing, but a big deal, right? So we should mention those things. Like, I know this don't seem like a big thing, but I got to mention this because blah, blah, blah. But there are some things that we all have that you can just shut up about, sit up on it, deal with your own self, not mention it. Some things are so small and so just dealing with you that it could like disrupt the peace to everything we got going on. All right.
But does it work? But like, if it affects you a little bit, like, you're not asking, listen, Kareem, I'm not asking you to change it. I'm just telling you, like, because you like, oh, let me show you something. Like, Kareem, you done redid everything. It's like dope, right? And he coming in like, oh, this is dope. Oh, like yo, son, what's that about?
It's on you though. Like it's on you to determine if that's that thing.
Right.
If we're in the same elevator together and you got a fart, you gonna hold it?
Right. I don't know.
Holding gas, holding bowel movements will eventually cause you some real discomfort, right? Eventually.
Right.
So I'm not denying that, but
Right.
you're gonna hold in the elevator, though, aren't you?
No.
Nah.
Everybody gotta get out. I mean, well, everybody
Well,
different.
But that's what I'm
say
saying.
this.
But it's
Everybody
still
say
your,
this.
We got
it's still your
2 more
choice.
floors.
I mean,
Maybe.
Trying
If
to be
I
respectful,
got
you would
6
you
more
probably
floors.
would.
Nah, you're about to get this.
Yeah, you probably would think about it, but I'm just saying I've been in the elevator,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I mean it wasn't one of them silent killers either. It was knock a door down, pop, 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 pop.
On them kick those.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, and I just say, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
but that
you know?
I'm saying that still is the option though.
Right.
And sometimes, and I know, like I said, I know it sounds crazy what I'm saying.
No.
But like
It's
sometimes
real.
it's always, well, we got to talk about everything. I believe there are sometimes in some situations where you just be like, no, I don't have to talk about this. This might just affect me. This might just bother me. I'm going to sit on this. And then there's something, but I can't determine that. That is what's big, what's small to you. That's all I'm saying. There might be some things I sit on and some stuff that might seem even smaller to you. They're like, nah, I can't go forward before we. Hey, Kaneem, I gotta let you know, man. Me and her used to talk back in high school, bro. I just wouldn't be able to look at you the same if you knew something, you know, whatever your example is. But I'm saying some stuff is like, no, I'm just saying people should use it as an option. You can sit on what you got to say. You can not discuss it.
Sam, I'm gonna get you other comment.
That's true. Well, let me flip the coin on that one.
Okay.
It depends on what type of venture we. Oh, go ahead and see what Sam got to say.
Sam was like, she says, yeah, but they really aren't small causes. Called small because you're always thinking about it, right? Especially if you're always thinking about it. It oozes out. Yeah. So when you don't express it, it comes across to the other person wrong. And we don't, you know, if it's really bothering you, if you can let it, because you have a conversation like, I think I can let that go. You know,
it could be that. It could be that. Like that is what I'm saying is definitely it's an option. If if your kids bring home an art science project for Father's Day, the ugliest card you ever seen constructed in your life. It sticks, big letters, your name spelled wrong. If you could sit down like now, baby, let me show you how to spell daddy name. Now this card, I don't know what kind of you left-handed, like you know, like I'm not gonna sit there and rip that apart. And as easy as that example seems, it's like a no-brainer in that situation. Right. I'm just saying there's some situations as adults that we deal with in business, you know what I'm saying, that could be an option. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I agree with what you just said, my brother. Yeah. When it comes to kids, I agree 100% because I did that with all mine.
Yeah.
And it looked like trash, but I made it. I made it figure that it was the most precious thing that I have ever seen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I got a whole photo. I still got to keep it, man.
Yeah. So yeah, I do that. But I think, well, I ain't gonna put words in AD mouth. I'm gonna go with what I think.
Okay, that's cool.
I think that as an adult, as a mature person, in the context of what we talking about this morning, what I'm talking about this morning, is that when it comes to certain situations, or if you're in a certain group setting or adventure, or you know what I'm saying, if y'all got something that of value and everybody has a part to play, right? I think communication about anything on that specific issue or venture should be discussed and communicated fairly, transparency, like, you know what I'm saying, with the utmost. Hey man, I was on my way to the bank. I had to go to the grocery store because the wife, even if it's in your personal, but you was taking care of business for the group. You had a personal issue that didn't allow you to catch the bank before 2 o'clock, so everything could be posted, so we can go get materials for the next day. You know what I'm saying? I need to know that you had a personal issue with your wife or your kids. Don't just keep it to you. I couldn't make it. No, I need to know why you couldn't make it. Yeah, I need to know why you couldn't make it. You know what I'm saying? So but that's in a venture of value to everybody involved. You know what I'm saying? So.
Is there a difference for you between gripes and like disclosing business? Like that's something that's related to business. What if I just had a gripe with the business? like material choices, side of town, whatever. Like
I need
just a
I need
personal
to, I
thing.
need to hear that, because then I know where you are for the next acquisition. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, I don't like textured stuff. I prefer smooth or glass. I need to know that.
Yeah.
That way I can keep your position in my mind when I go to purchase something else. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he don't like textured stuff. He don't like porous material. He like glass. He likes vinyl. He likes something that is smooth. Well, whatever your gripe is or whatever your disagreement, go ahead and put it out there so everybody involved to know where you stand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like E handling the money.
Mm.
Even though 4 or 5 people have elected E to handle the money. I'm the only one that's talking about don't handle the money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
But
And that's what I'm saying.
you
You're gonna
need
have to
know.
determine.
He need to know. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs to know where I stand.
And it's like, but see, that's what I'm saying. It's like the money thing
Mhm.
is a big thing to me. You know what I mean? But there's some things that are small.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. Like if you had a problem with me having the money, and even if I got elected, I still would want to know that. You feel me? Like there are some things that we need to know going forward. But I believe in business, in your house, and whatever, there are gonna be some situations, where you not making an issue of a thing would be a good option. There's some times where there's an open floor and we want all the ideas, and you know
this ain't
the time, my boy. I know I opened up the floor.
Right.
But you know this is an idea that I already rejected 2 years ago, and you just want to bring it back up. You know, like sit on that.
But you especially if you not already addressed it before.
We don't address it.
Nah, you just beating the horse to death. Nah. We done already told you, don't bring it up no more.
This is right, Kenny. We can't build, and you're holding on to stuff, which I agree. I think the holding on, at least getting your opportunity to say it, right? Like you said, if we mention the idea, if we shout it down, you know where we stand on it. The group is the same. It ain't changed. We all know this thing is probably still not going to work. Maybe it may be a timing thing.
Do you agree there's a time and place for things?
Oh yes.
Yeah. I think
so. If you don't say something during a certain time, would you count that as holding?
It depends on the situation, my brother. It depends. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna talk about color choices when we decide on what bank to use.
Right.
They don't go together. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah. So I'm just saying hold them. You know, just like I said.
I believe sometimes I've been in group settings. And ideas tossed out there, and if you don't have something constructive to add to it, sometimes they say don't say anything, but there'd be times I don't know if I'm feeling that idea, but I don't have an alternative. We're gonna go with it. I don't have. If I can come up with something better, then but I just want to voice that I'm not 100% with that, but I'm gonna go with it because I don't have an alternative. You know what I'm saying? It's all we're going with right now.
It's that one person or that one individual who doesn't like something and wants to cause chaos and damage to the whole group. Like, if it ain't my way, I'm out. Why you want to bring it? You are an integral part. Right. I understand that, but if you have other figures who have come together and they see that, okay, maybe we need to adjust and compromise on certain areas, but we can still make this thing go forward. But you just got that one person.
Yeah.
That's gonna fight everything.
Y'all using examples that I agree with.
Yeah.
In those situations you want to make sure. Kenny, let me ask you this, bro. Have you and I don't know if your wife watching or whatever, but have you ever not said something to avoid an argument?
Man, all the time.
Because you thought it would be expedient to say that at
That's
the time.
Almost a daily occurrence.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying.
So we talk about, but in the concept where we're talking about building together, your spousal conversation and my conversation with y'all is different. Mm-hmm. Meaning, if I say something, I'll say something contrary, we get into a fight, it's cool. I ain't living with you. As soon as I cut this off, I don't have to see your face no more. It's to me, it's different. You know,
Oh, it's definitely different.
you know, it's different. You know, me and you can get out of eat, and I say what I'm gonna say, you're gonna say what you're gonna say. It's all good. Once I close down, boom, we're good. You know, whereas your wife, there ain't no closing down.
Ain't no nothing.
Ain't no
It's coming back up.
Right.
We gonna hear about this.
Yeah. When you before you go to sleep or when you wake up, but it's coming back.
Yeah.
Right. But you're right, Sam. She said sometimes the argument is necessary to move forward, especially if it's something that's bothering you.
For sure. But why?
And I love debated conversation. It makes me smarter.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, Sam said also, but I know Pastor been a little quiet, so I'm gonna if you want to comment on the small issue, the issues, you know, causing the either division or slowing the growth of building. How do you feel about that? Are there other ways that we may be able to get by it other than having a discussion, or do you feel like holding it sometimes is better than saying something?
I think it's all of the above. I mean, I hear you guys talking about it, but all of these things happen. Some you work through, some take a little bit more engagement. You know, Samantha said it best. Sometimes that healthy debate is good to move in order to progress forward. And then you learn more about one another and how you handle conflict, how you handle disruptions, how you handle distractions. Right. I think that, you know, in depending on the size of the group, in a lot of cases, there's always going to be that person that's there because they like the group coming together. And progression means we may not come together anymore. So let me hold this up because I like this part better.
Right.
You know,
That's good.
Me, my four, no more.
Yeah, it's amazing that can happen. Right. You know, some people are partial to where you are as opposed to where you're going.
Yeah.
You know, I heard someone say that because it's all based on covenant, it's all based on relationships.
Right.
Right. And when you start where you're comfortable. And sometimes the enemy, I heard this, sometimes the enemy will send pain disguised as your preference. You can be comfortable with somebody and y'all comfortable because you're on the same page, you're on the same level today, and you have something in common, right? But what happens when one of you gets a little higher and the other one still remains?
Yeah.
They can handle your basement, but some people may not be able to handle your first floor. And so psychologically, they want to provide disruption to keep you with them as opposed to trying to elevate themselves. So you have to understand what the real motive behind somebody's disruption or disagreement is. Is it really we can do better, or is it you just don't like it because it came from me?
Yeah.
You know, so it's all of these exercises, all of these engagements allow room and opportunity to get to learn more about each other, but also strengthen the vision or the strategy of whatever it is you're trying to get accomplished. So all of it, I think everything that's been said works.
And Pastor, you said my food, but like in the context of what Eddie's talking about with the building, right? I'm with that. But let's say we talk, okay, and I'm fighting my side on this hold your peace piece. Let's say we talking about, let's say we had success. Let's say we at the closing, you feel me? And we throwing it up and talking about some great things. Let's just say the way, because I'm 38 now, so let's just I know myself a little bit. The way I process things. Let's just say I'm just practical, you know, pragmatic, whatever. And as soon as I have a big win, my mind goes to all the, will this happen again? Like I just, the way I process things is the real kind of, maybe not the most positive, right? It's just a weird reaction. It's just how I process. Just like, man, I paid the mortgage. Can I pay it again next month? I wonder how much that was. Can I get a refinance? Like I work that way. I would hold my peace and my thoughts because I might not want to be a buzzkill to everybody else. Right now, we just celebrate. He might be look like, you know, hey, we did all we had to do. Today is just a day of celebration. But on the celebration day, and we discussed that before, I got a problem being celebrated. I like to just analyze everything that could have went wrong. I might just hold my peace.
Yeah.
Because I know it might disrupt the group. You feel what I'm saying? It don't mean what I'm saying ain't real. It don't mean what I'm saying is not like legit thoughts, but I know it can kind of disrupt the whole group setting.
The vibe.
The vibe. I can throw off the whole vibe with me just being me. You know what I'm saying?
I do that all the time, bro.
Yeah.
I wreck a conversation constantly because of over analysis, but I was just talking to your point, your example. Rachel, my last daughter, my baby, graduated from high school, and there's all this celebration going on, and she's disappointed. Her feelings are hurt because of people that couldn't make it.
Oh,
they couldn't make it to her day. They're celebrating with her, but they logistically, for whatever reason, they couldn't make it, right? And my thing is, this is your season. I know that you're disappointed, but don't allow the disappointment to override your celebration.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can be disappointed. Reserve that.
Yeah.
You have a right to feel that way, but reserve it and maximize this moment, because when you look back on this moment, you want to know that you celebrated fully. Right. And you can deal with the disappointment of who wasn't here later. They're not here. That does not deserve your energy. You're here. There are people here that want to see you smiling, laughing, and celebrating. Don't take away from their experience for someone who's not here. Right. So there is to Kaneem's point, there's a time and a place for everything. Even if it's warranted, you can still learn to defer that to another moment. You can feel it, but continue in your moment and maximize the opportunity that you're currently engaged in.
Right. Yeah. That's good. Sam put this up earlier, but I wanted to save it because it's kind of like a second part to building together. So I feel like everyone wants to be in charge. No one wants to be number two. Do you feel like that's a big one as well?
That's a big problem right there.
Too many chiefs, not enough Indians.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So how
that is one of the main problems why heads get butted, because everybody think they know best. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing and that's why I say communication is just so prevalent and necessary and a must have.
Yeah.
Is because if y'all don't communicate what role or what position you're gonna play, be the number one at your position.
Right.
Don't try to just put hands on everything. Hey, if your position is to network, be the number one at that. When we say, hey, we need such and such, you the networker. You got somebody for this, you got somebody for that, you got somebody for this. You know what I'm saying? If your number one position is accountant, hey, is this a tax write-off? Do we need to go here? How we looking? What the profit and loss? Do we, you know what I'm saying? Where we at? You know what I'm saying? Everybody know your role and be the number one at your position. But when you try to have your hands on everything, I'm running this over here. Hey, get back to me when you get that. Don't tell such and such. Tell me. I'm gonna let him know. I just make sure he's telling me the right thing. You know what I'm saying?
But I think that's leadership, though, Kaneem. Honestly, what makes a position unattractive is when people forget to acknowledge that position helped. Right?
What you mean?
As leaders, when you're running an organization, you want the floors clean when you come in the building, which means you got to have maintenance.
Right.
But if you never ever mention maintenance, and the floors are always clean, you don't make maintenance attractive. People, you're like, can you all believe? I mean, like the level of pride and the discipline to come in here and keep this place looking the way that it looks. We could not enjoy the space that we enjoy if it weren't for our maintenance crew. Let's put our hands together and celebrate our maintenance crew, because they are as critical to the vision in this space as we are. Celebrate those positions that don't seem attractive to you, but it's attractive to someone because they may not be good at what you're doing, but they want to do something. So I'll just clean the floor.
Right.
And my sense of pride cleaning the floor gets elevated when you highlight that I'm here and I'm on the job. Right. And that's real, man. And I think that's that's sports, business, personal life. That's washing dishes. Woo, look at this plate, girl. Boy, who taught you how to, all of those little things. As leaders, we have to pour that encouragement and highlight those individuals so that every position
All right. Let's see.
Has value and has expressed value.
All right. Tim says that's very true, my nephew. When you come up with the idea of doing something that will enhance, improve your togetherness, or feeling together, the other person can be resentful because they didn't come up with the ideas. So therefore, how can you go forward building together when someone is resentful?
Right. But see, that's the thing. It's the resentment. You got to deal with the resentment, which means you have to deal with your relationship. It has nothing to do with your idea.
Right.
It's not that your idea was bad. It's just that I have a problem with you. And that's why you have to know who you're aligning yourself with, who you're yoking yourself up with, as the scripture says. And most of our issues that we have are like that. Like Sam is saying, they're personal.
Right.
It had nothing to do with business. If it was strictly business, we'd all be millionaires.
Right.
But we can't get past the personal stuff.
Yeah, it's emotional.
Yeah.
She said, Sam said also, be good at what you're good at. It's not an area. It's not an area of strength. Let the person that's good at it do that part. Play your part.
That's
when you got to have them roles established, you know what I'm saying? Like when you go to something that's already structured, like the church, I don't need to go in there thinking I'm the pastor. It's like already one set up. You know what I'm saying? I go to a football team. We got an offensive coordinator, a defensive coordinator, and the two should never part. You know what I'm saying? So like special teams, like there are some establishments where the role is already defined. But if y'all going into business, if I say, hey, Kaneem, I got $15,000 and I want to get in on something you doing, I'm already telling him, hey, bro, you taking the lead. I'm just coming here as like an understudy. But if I got $1 million project and say, hey, I want you to come advise me.
Right.
He might know more than me. Is Kaneem gonna be cool with advising me? You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna be like, look, I'm just here to let you know you still gonna make that final decision? You feel me? But either way, we got to talk at the beginning before we even get started.
That's discussion.
You got to embrace that role. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's just how it goes. That's what I'm saying. When you got a lot of chiefs, everybody could, you know what I'm saying, so be a leader.
Right.
But who's going to lead those? You know what I'm saying? You got certain individuals, like Brian was saying, your personality is a clash because you think you dominant than everybody in the room.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not that you have, you know, leadership qualities, but it's your personality. You just think that everybody's supposed to follow your word like it's the gospel. That ain't how you have to show leadership. What are you doing for me to follow?
Right. Right.
If you're not doing nothing for me to follow, then you may need to take a following role and let someone else lead who does know. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
So that's why when you communicate, what are we into? What are we trying to do? You know what I'm saying? So if we into anything that, well, in our circle, anything that is spiritual, that has to go with the church, I'm following Brian McCory. That's what I'm doing. Anything that has media, social, or anything to do with the internet, AD is who I'm following. You know what I'm saying? That's just, because that's what you do. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? What is my role that you want me to play while I follow you? If I'm good at it, then that's what I will do. I will be number one in that role, following you. You know what I'm saying?
And if I'm good at it, if I'm good at what I do, I'm going to be showing you how capable you are of doing exactly what I'm doing. I won't have a mindset to keep you. I won't have a mindset to keep you as a follower. I want to empower you
as a leader,
grow you, and elevate you. You may still be following me, but you'll be better. Right. That's
everyone should be learning at the same time. Whoever AD should be teaching me how to do media and social and all that, and Brian should be teaching me to be spiritual and govern myself and be a better, you know what I'm saying, person when it comes to Jesus and the Lord. And it just you follow those that you believe can lead you to a better place.
Right. Let's see. Sean said, I love being the behind the scenes guy as long as things are flowing. That's my congratulations in a sense. Or hold on. I think Sam said something good. He said, be good. He said, I said, play your part. Hold on. She said, where's it at? There you go. He said, yeah, but I also feel like if you feel you're knowledgeable in an area, it's important to say that instead of sitting by holding your peace.
Why she coming for me? I said it was an option. I'm just mad that most people don't view it as an option. It's the and I feel, and there's some stuff you got to talk about.
Yeah.
But I don't prescribe to the I got to say everything that's on my mind. I just don't. Not in every situation is all I'm saying.
Right. I mean, but I'm with Sam. I love you too. Like, especially if we're in a room. No. If we're in a room where, what did she put? She put something. Oh, Sam, I know you. I love you. We're in a room and we're talking like logistics or something, and we're talking, and like I may not know everybody's full strength in the room, and like Rollins raised his hand. He's like, I don't think it'll work that way. I was like, explain, and he said, I do logistics. I'm like, oh, everybody keep it down. The brother's about to school us, because he's the expert in the room. If you're in a particular space that you're great at, like if we was in a room, we start talking about real estate and housing or like buying wholesale and things of that nature. With us, it'd be like, all right, Kaneem, he speak like, yeah, I've done this or done a deal, and when you have a certain, go ahead, Pastor.
If I had a dime for every time someone found out I worked in IT and they asked me to look at their laptop, their computer.
So you can't build computers.
There's clarity in what I do. There's clarity. Like,
I can't help you do nothing on your computer.
Yeah.
But I have made an entire career in information technology.
Right.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I know electricity, but I don't know light bulbs.
Right.
I'm an auto mechanic. I can work on a motor, but I can't do nothing with your flat tire.
Right.
I mean, I can, but that's an example.
Yeah.
Auto mechanic that can't change a flat tire, you're gonna be in trouble. But I'm saying, like tire tread and all that kind of stuff, and what tire is best for your car. All that. I mean, you want to talk to a tire specialist.
Right.
I don't want to talk to an engine block guy about my tires.
Right.
Right. So that's the thing. I don't want to talk to a guy who specializes on, 1974 Chevy trucks, and and I'm gonna take my 2022 Audi.
Right.
He's a great mechanic, but he don't know Audis.
Right.
That's a whole computer.
Right.
Indeed.
So it's all of those things. And this is not, I don't want to take away from anybody that might have stayed at a Holiday Inn last night.
Yes, sir.
And Sam also made the comment. She said, but if maintenance person trying to tell admin where to put the files is too much. It's too much.
Yeah. But that's what you see though. And for me, that's the people who, I hate to say place, but I ain't got no better. The people who jump out of their place.
Right.
Often it's for shine.
Yeah.
But like, when like that's what LeBron, Melo, I heard all of them on their interviews. I heard their teammates talking about them. When they lose, they take it. When they win, they take it. You feel me? They're in that spot because good or bad, they're gonna take it. And most people who jump out of their role, out of their line, whether you a backup quarterback or a side chick, I don't care. When you jump out your role, it's usually for some kind of highlight or some kind of glamour or some kind of something to make you look good or feel good about yourself. But they're not prepared to take the L. Because when you're the leader, you're responsible for it. You feel me? And a lot of people try to take some privileges or something they might consider a perk and try to elevate themselves. But when it go bad, are you still gonna be there? And often them people know where to be found. And that's my only I'm not mad at people trying to step up. I'm not mad at people trying to learn. I'm not mad at development. I love it. But when you just try to take something and then don't want it, what come with it, that it irks me.
Right.
Right. You better preach, brother.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
That's the foundational reminder for every provider in a household. You don't want to sit where I'm sitting. So watch your mouth. I can hand all these bills over there. I don't think you want what I'm carrying. Right. So don't walk around acting like you're grown.
They just want the big piece of chicken. That's all. I earned that.
I had to get on my daughter last night. She looked in the refrigerator. She saw that there was yogurt in a separate compartment instead of on the shelf.
Okay.
She called herself getting the attitude. I ain't no yogurt in here. It's supposed to be on the shelf. Why y'all got? Hey, we immediately called her in the living room.
Right.
You know what?
Right.
I don't appreciate your attitude. Matter of fact, don't you put now hand on now yogurt?
Yeah, you done with yogurt just like
you
that.
You can go in there and look at it. You can go in there and wish I could get one, but you better not touch now.
Yeah. Just like that.
That's that foundational reminder.
That attitude changed dramatically. I said, you ain't paid for nothing.
Thank you for whoever bought the yogurt and brought it in.
Yeah, you ain't paid for nothing. You ain't went to the store for nothing. You got the nerve to fix your lip.
Okay.
With attitude, because the yogurt ain't on the right shelf.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Yeah, I almost lost great Kool-Aid messing around like that. Yes, sir. I feel you. You did the right thing, bro. I appreciate that orange every time I see it. Yes, sir. I'm tired of this. Like,
you go in there and wish you could have one since your attitude is so messed up. Just look at it.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how you do it, bro.
Wow. All right. So we talked about trying to get through the small things, trying to have the discussions about, what may be bothering us in a venture or just coming together and building. Because, even if we're attacking certain things, we're together as an organization, it's having a discussion. So we agree that at least if it's bothering you to the point where you can't shake it, it should be kind of discussed. At least brought up to whomever may be doing something with the art. You have an art. I'm like, man, this thing's just bothering me. I just gotta say it. I know it's small and I know it may be stupid, but I just gotta say it. It just, I don't know. It's just bothering me. So, and then the portion of being able to handle leadership, and be in your role and deal with the leader that you may not totally agree with, but they're leading the organization. Can we, you ever been in that situation?
Yeah, having you said may not agree with.
Like, you may not agree with them with everything that they do, but you at least respect their position.
Yeah. But that's a big one.
Yeah.
Because somehow they made it to that level,
right
of leadership. And you don't get there by doing everything that everybody wants.
No, sir.
Right.
You get there by doing what's best for the vision.
Right.
Something.
Yeah.
And often you're gonna be misunderstood.
Well, I'm saying in your mind you believe it's what's best.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
some of those
are
good
chances. I found out that as a leader, sometimes you're gonna look real silly.
Yeah.
When you're trying to step out, because leaders have to have faith.
Right.
And doing what you believing in can look real silly to someone that has not caught the vision yet.
Right.
Yep.
Right. I'll remember last week we were at my daughter's parade for her high school graduation, and everybody dolled up all their cars and everything. The seniors are sitting in the cars and on trucks and in the sunroofs and all this kind of stuff. And you got all these balloons and all this. You got all the spectators with the cameras and all that, and got the music playing. Police are out there supporting all the seniors, and you're driving around in a circle around the parking lot at the high school. And we started driving, and people were cheering and shouting and all that kind of stuff. Seniors waving, but nobody was honking their horn. Like, why ain't we honking the horn?
Right.
So I started honking the horn,
and everybody starts.
Yeah, and my daughter's like, "Daddy." I kept honking. Looked real silly. Then somebody else started honking. Next thing you know, everybody's honking.
Right.
Now she's excited.
Yeah.
And just that quick, she got an example of followership.
Right.
The first one can look real silly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But let somebody else jump in.
Right.
And then there's an onslaught. Now everybody's doing it. Now you look silly not doing it.
Right.
So as a leader, you have to have an expectation that not everyone is going to agree with you when you put the thought or the plan out there, right? what you hope is for a consensus that favors where you're going.
Right.
And if that's not the case, let the better story be told.
Right.
And if you if you're a follower and you don't agree with what the leader is saying, like Sam said, have enough courage to challenge the vision, right? Because you can't get a doctorate without defending your dissertation. You got to defend what you put out there, right?
That's good.
Checks and balances. And if you can explain it effectively, you can get people to buy in.
Yeah.
You can set expectations. Well, here's where I'm expecting us to be at such and such. If we do this, and this, that should get us to this. So you get the first base, and the people are like, oh, okay, I see where you're going with that. So all of those things take part. But to your point, man, it's okay to disagree, but respect the position that the person has, because something got them there.
Right.
Respect the work, respect the effort. Yeah.
Right. I think what that it matters, like you said, having the confidence, or at least prayerfully the relationship where you can speak your mind when it comes to certain things or certain moves in a respectable manner. And to E's point, there's a timing sometimes. We have a church meeting, pastor some, like right now maybe not be the time for me to voice my dissent.
The wackest idea I ever heard. Like,
he ain't got no faith. He ain't got no faith. This is not the time you don't have faith.
Yeah.
Right.
This is the time you didn't hear God.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think that's God, Pastor. I don't think there's ain't no God in that, Pastor.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, I've heard it.
Right. And so all right. So this is just the beginning, the tip of the iceberg, but we're talking about what does building together look like? We kind of mentioned a lot of some of the issues that we face, that we've seen. I know that I've felt, and I'm gonna keep it 100. I've handled wrong, and what has kept us from really growing, even as a people, because a lot of times it's. I think it's the little stuff that seems to do it more. Like I have seen the people that don't want to be number two, like especially if they've been number one somewhere. Oh yeah. They don't want to be number two.
Or if they hadn't had the chance.
You know how I encourage people that are in the second position? You know what I tell them?
What's that?
I said, congratulations, you are the first person in the second position.
That's good.
But you know what it is, AD? It's a fear. I know we're closing, but it's a fear
you good.
That they'll never get a shot. In my opinion, I don't know, because I like being number two. I like the concierge. I like the background. I'm like Sean. Right. But like it's because one, those people, number twos are very influential. They got the people's respect. They got the number one's respect. Right. And often number one end up doing what number two suggests.
Right.
As long as number two, remember, it's number one's call. You know what I'm saying? But like it's I think some people don't like that spot because it's just not enough shine, man. A lot of people, you gotta admit it, it's like something personal. They want to be the man. You feel me?
Right.
Like they make $15,000 on the deal and saw number one made 25, and they were like, well, this 15 just ain't good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he got 2 chains, I gotta watch. You know, it's like something. I just
what I say to people like that, E? You know, I've been saying this for like 25 years. You know what I say to people like that? Because in corporate America, that's what happens. Like I'm in a sales support role. I'm an engineer. I'm an architect. I'm a great architect. I love what I do. I'm good at what I do. And I make good money doing what I do. But when I hear other architects complain about how much money salespeople are making, I ask them, well, did you interview for a sales job?
It was open.
Or are you complaining about how much money you make? Who negotiated your salary?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You said you would work for this.
Yeah.
Right.
You didn't say I'd work for this if you guarantee me a 4% pay raise every year. No, you said I would work for this.
Right. Right.
You saw, right? So that kind of like you can put that stuff to rest very, very quickly.
Right.
Because I tell people, well, you can go apply for what they're doing.
Right.
You know, there's nothing keeping you from doing that, so that you don't have to sit here and compare and complain. That's why comparisons are always rough, you know, because you could go try to do it. And then when you're not able to do it, then you'll probably watch your mouth.
Right.
You know, the person in the second position, you have all, like you said, you know, you have the influence, you know, authority and all of that. You get all these benefits without the accountability.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You shot free. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You should be real happy.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Right.
truly.
Yeah. Indeed. All right. So hopefully you guys got something out of this. I know I did. I appreciate you guys for rocking with us. Another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. Listen, real talk. I appreciate Kaneem. I appreciate Pastor coming through. Always. I appreciate Mr. Reparation, Ephraim Terrell in the building. I appreciate you guys being here. I am grateful because, like you guys watching, these gentlemen could be doing a million other things, but they're here with me, and I don't take it for granted. So thank you guys always for being here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sharing in advance. Thank you. And make sure you are joining our text community. I'm going to attempt this on the phone. Text LWN to 84576. Text LWN to 84576. Never miss a broadcast, and never miss what's happening with the Brothers of Legacy. So as always, know that we love you. God loves you more. Continue to stay safe. Make good choices. And
Sean said I made it.
Huh?
Sean said I made it.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
That's somebody that was paying attention. Appreciate you, bro.
Make sure you check out Solomon's Temple Christian Ministries message yesterday. I made it. Yes, it was a great message. As to say, testimony moment, and you will get a lot from it. What's today? So we look forward to seeing you tonight at 8 p.m. Purpose for Forever. All right. So let me get out of here. Thank you guys, and have an amazing day. There we go. I think that's it. Let's go. Peace out.
As always, we love you. Know that God loves you more. Stay safe. Thank you guys for rocking, hanging, being with us. Sharing is caring. All of my replay people.